Winning in life is not an accident, and if you want to win, then you need to listen to this. It's funny, when you look back at a career like I've had, a couple things stand out to you. First of all, your adversities end up making you and not breaking you. And the second of all is the importance of the way you think. In fact, the greatest mistake I ever made in my business and in my life was trying to build a life or a business without building myself. You see, you've got to learn how to actually build yourself up day after day consistently. Winners consistently use these types of principles and strategies to make sure they always have complete control of their marketplace. And I think it can help you as well. The first principles that winners do that most people don't is winners protect and strengthen their mind, their body, and their spirit every single day, aka personal growth. Personal growth is a way in which you're actually developing your mind, body, and spirit day in and day out. Winners know that personal growth is a mainstay in their life, and they make sure that they do it on a daily basis. They wake up each day trying to grow their mind, they wake up each day trying to strengthen their body, and they wake up each day trying to be more spiritually connected than the day before, which is why they're able to be more resilient and able to pivot quicker when times get tough, and then actually capitalize on those tough times to actually launch incredibly successful careers, which is why you have to focus on personal growth and protecting your mind, your body, and your spirit on a daily basis. The next principle winners use is winners focus on outcomes and not comparisons. Most people focus in the wrong area, and they always focus on their competitors or comparing themselves to other people. In fact, there's actually a good illustration of this. There's an old picture of Michael Phelps swimming, and while he's focused on the end in mind and focused on getting to the end, his competitor is looking dead to the side of him, focused on how fast Michael's swimming. Who do you think made it across the finish line? That's right, Michael Phelps. Why? Because he was focused on where he was going and not what everybody else was doing around him. And winners do that well, and you can too. The next principle winners do is this. Winners focus on compounding their time, their talent, and their resources on a regular basis. What I like to refer to as building a foundation. Winners spend a lot of time actually making sure that they are investing their time specifically in a high priority kind of way. They simply don't say yes to everything. In fact, many of them say no to a lot more things than they say yes to. Why? Because they want to make sure that whatever time they invest ends up compounding on their behalf to give them more in their personal lives. The same thing happens with their talents. They only focus on utilizing their talents on a consistent basis rather than some of the things they're not so good at. They'll either hire people to do those types of things, or they will work on strengthening those things as they build their personal development on a regular basis. And finally, their resources. Winners always use resources in a leverageable way, meaning they always invest to get a return on investment, which is why winners always focus on compounding their time, their talent, and their resources. The next principles winners do, and winners do well, is winners never, ever push off tomorrow what can be done today. They always have a strong sense of personal diligence. They basically see their accomplishments as many milestones that they get to reward themselves with on a daily basis. So if it can be done today, rest assured it will be done today. It's not getting pushed to tomorrow. And that's what makes winners possible, because they leverage their strengths, their talents, and their gifts at one time at a fixated amount, and like a sniper rifle, can cut through concrete if it needs to. They focus with diligence, and you can too. Now, the next principle is a little tricky. Why? Because this is one that I had to learn personally. It's been a little more of a difficult journey, but it's something that I see winners do really well. Winners don't abandon their family just so they can get ahead. They're seeking for balance. There's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to be a great provider. However, it shouldn't come at the cost of your family feeling alienated or abandoned in the process. And I can tell you, as an entrepreneur of several companies, that is very difficult for a lot of entrepreneurs. I live it and breathe it every day. However, what you can do is you can decide right now that you're going to make a concerted effort and make it higher priority than it has been in the past to make sure your pursuits of your excellence or your growth comes directly from a balanced need with your family. At the end of the day, you want someone to be sitting beside you and all the grandbabies running around. You don't want to live an isolated and abandoned life yourself. And the only way to protect against abandonment is to not abandon those that you love most and who love you most. So make sure you're always seeking balance. All right, the next principle is very important. This is one that all leaders need to identify, learn, and apply immediately. And that is, winners take the blame, but they always give away the credit. In other words, they're always focused on team building. They're focused on elevating other people in order to promote other people. So when something bad happens or something has to be held accountable or responsible, a true leader will stand up and say, you know what? I'm the leader of the team. It got past me, therefore it's my responsibility. On the same token, that same leader, when it comes time to let's say brag on the team, so to speak, they always brag on the team. In other words, they don't take all the blame and all the credit, because no one gets ahead without having a team to help them get there over time. You might start out as a solopreneur, but you're not going to stay that way. So remember, winners always take responsibility and accountability for the team, but they always give away the empowerment and the blessing that the team has worked so hard to get. And as a result, they end up with a unified team that helps them move their missions across. And if you haven't done so already, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and comment to this channel, and please hit that bell so you never miss an important video that can help you move forward. All right, back to the list. The next principle is this: winners are always the first to listen and the last to speak, aka connections. A winner can learn a lot more from the brilliance in the room by keeping their mouth shut in such a way that allows all the team, all the people in the room, all the partners in the room to actually express their thoughts, their opinions, and some of their roadblocks, if you will. By understanding those things, those leaders uniquely put themselves in a position to make a wise decision. If the leader goes into that environment already with his mind made up or his or her mind made up, then they're going to miss important details. The reason I know this is because this is something I screwed up for a long, long time. Winners always listen first and speak last. Winners will always take what they've learned and use empathy in that conversation to help shape the best way forward after they have all the information they need to do so, and they only do that by listening first. All right, our next principle is this: winners learn every day to say thank you for every day and reflect on every day. Gratitude. What I mean by that is entrepreneurs struggle a lot to be thankful for the day that they have because they're constantly pursuing tomorrow. There is a balanced approach to being thankful in the moment that allows you to reflect on the good, the bad, and the ugly each and every day, which allows you to gain valuable knowledge and wisdom and understanding from those very same moments. So by having a daily principle of gratitude and reflection, the winner is able to position their mind, their emotions, and their attitudes to get the best avenue for the next following day. So if you're going to be a winner, make sure you are spending time being grateful and reflecting on every single day to give you the edge you need to win. Now, one of my favorite principles when it comes to winning or developing winning attitudes is this: winners earn so they can give, not so they can show off. Insecurity is the word we're looking for here. As winners earn on a regular basis, they're able to position themselves to be the greater good within a community. They find something they're passionate about that helps other people who are less fortunate in a variety of different formats. Everything from housing to clothing to tech, all of that kind of stuff. The trick is knowing that at the end of the day, that helps you overcome your own insecurities and helps you fight off the need to be greedy. Why? Because if you're not earning just so you can show off, you're able to position yourself to serve the most people. And what people remember most about you is how you made them feel, not how much money you made. So why not do both? Why not make money and make an impact on a consistent basis and avoid the need to feel insecure and greedy on a regular basis? All right, the next principle is this: winners always leverage their time, talent on what they're amazing at and allow others to do what they're not so good at on a consistent basis, aka relinquishing control. When I say that, here's what I mean. Notice that the attitudes and the actions and the thoughts and the emotion are driving every last one of these principles, which means you have to have a fine-tuned well-being of self-control. That does not mean that you are a self-control freak within an organization or within your own life. You need to allow people to be great at what they're great at and then be great at what you're great at. And as a result, you are beginning to shape your mind to think like the most successful people on the planet. The most successful people on the planet all become winners by using these principles to help win the day, leverage the market, and make sure they have strategic advancement. Did you enjoy learning what winners do? Awesome. You're going to love this video right here to help keep you winning. Expect to build momentum and not finish quickly. Far too many of us see this improperly. We end up hindering our own ways to make money and an impact because we quit way too early, because we don't get an immediate result.